Yana. Say hello to the vlog. Hey vlog. Nat, say hello.
What's up?
Hey. Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you. Crispian. What?
Get that vlog, girl. Yes, snap.
Okay, you already know who I am. Oh, right.
Trying to do like
Oh my god.
The fan. That's good.
Gum. We got orange. Like so
Orange slice is crazy.
Oh, that's where it is.
We got mint. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4 portable chargers?
The juice box is at.
Where the fruit snacks?
Right around the corner.
Where the Scooby-Doo snacks?
Right around the corner. At the bodega.
What's the time check? What's the time?
5:29.
5:29. Put that in your vlog.
Beautiful steps. The ones with the red wristbands are
I'll be mad too.
If you have a red wristband, please come forward to me. And right over here.
I like my girls looking just like a painting. Don't need no validation. 1 plus the 9. I ain't going no, I just slow it. I like. How was it? Mwah, 10 out of 10. It was amazing. Bro. Wait, hold on.
You gotta follow me on Instagram.
I have to. Hey guys, welcome to my TED Talk. So I just want to talk about the recap of the concert, how you guys felt, what could have been improved, your time. This is so fucking professional. Josh, what do you thought of the concert?
I honestly loved it. I really liked Ken JP. His music was actually really good.
Who?
Ken JP, the DJ.
Oh.
And
I forgot about
I
that.
really liked Johnny Valentine. I really wasn't all about him before, but now I really like his stuff. And I apologize to him for scratching his face.
You're right.
It's a memory.
I think he was giving like good stage presence.
Yeah.
I was vibing to some songs, but I like his fan service. He was like out there more than like NSB themselves.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was.
The one thing I got confused when he was performing is when I thought he was like taking off his belt, but I was like, he has sweatpants on.
I thought he was taking off his pants. I'm like, why are you taking?
Yeah, me too. I was like, what's going on?
Overall, I believe that the concert was a really good concert. They had a really good stage presence. Well, they had a really good visuals and they had really good choreography. And I liked how they were able to like get on the stage, and if they wasn't needed on the stage, they could just get out. However, I do believe the after party. Granted, the after party was kind of better than last year. However, we really wasn't interacting with them as much as we tried to do last year. So like
Yeah.
that's the only thing where it's like a little bit of annoyance where that barricade really helped them in making sure like, yo, I'm taking a few photos. That's it. We supposed to party, but people are still sitting backstage. People still trying to, they really wasn't interacting as much as they did. Not even just the last show, but like, the very first few concerts that they've ever had. So that's why I feel like it was a good show. Good concert. I just don't think I would go to after party again if they have another tour. That's how I feel.
I feel like they're getting tired and like frustrated with so many like phones in their faces, like every time they try to party. Because I do realize saw like Oliver is really trying to dance and like with people, but it's like you said like there's like 10 phones in his face and he just like ignored them.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoyed like when he went like it was time to like leave, but he went up and like shook everyone's hand and asked like how they were and stuff. I wish I recorded that moment, but I was in the moment, so I like that better.
Personally, I did like the after party. They did come out a little late. Personally, I don't like what Reggie did because Reggie came out and he was standing behind the barricade. I get to stay away from fans and whatever. He was just taking pictures. This man came out for not even 15 minutes, didn't say anything, and decided to dip and went backstage. And that was his presence for the whole entire after party.
Wow. Yeah, I
Like
didn't even see
really,
him.
Not even.
that was ghetto as fuck.
Oh my god, Josh, I think like you might be in Seb's vlog because when he was signing your chest,
Right. I was looking back.
his videographer was recording.
Oh my God,
Yes,
for
I
real?
saw that.
Yeah,
Look
I
out for
saw
that.
that in the back of the video I took.
Yes, I saw that too. And then I was like, why do I see a red light flashing?
Why do I
I
see
was
it right
like,
like
I
What's
was
the
like,
red light?
I'm not gonna say that because we're on video.
Ooh, clock.
And then I recorded Kane taking off your nails.
Yeah, Natalie
Yeah.
recorded the whole thing. So like you got like the last part that Natalie didn't get. So she like recorded us from like Kane was going to the bar and he was like, sorry, I don't want to take any pictures right now. And I was like, he was like, I'm trying to go to the bar. I was like, I'll buy you a drink. He was like, oh, bet, come on.
Wait,
He wanted to be sold.
wait, he didn't want to take pictures?
No, he said I'm trying to get to the bar.
He's so
I
funny.
think because I'm the one who asked like him to take a picture with Abby, so I was like, ooh.
Damn.
Well,
Not didn't want to take photos until you said you was gonna buy him a drink.
Good thing you got that drink.
Yeah, and we walked to the bar and whatever, and I was just chilling. He took like 2 photos with other people, which I didn't care because the bartender was making his drink. So I was like, okay, I can wait. So then the whole time, Kane is just sitting there. He's getting his drink. He's taking pictures with the fans and whatever. And then he looks at me, and I'm like, I get so nervous, and I'm like, what do I do? This man is staring at me with these gray contacts, and it's scary, but in a good way. And I'm like, and then the guy flips around, gives Kane his drink, and Kane is like, thank you so much. And I'm like, yeah, anytime. And then the guy flips it around. And then I was dying because I don't know if it was you, Jolisa, or you, Abby, but in the background, all you can hear, is you his sugar daddy? And
that was me. That was me.
No, you're funny as fuck, Lisa.
I was like, there's no way. I was just like,
Yo, send me that video.
I was like, Joshua, do not react
Send me
to
that video.
that. Just pay for the thing. And I didn't want to seem like a brookie, so I gave him like a $5 tip.
Mhm.
I gave him a $5. No, I think it was $2. Never mind.
You really fuck because I wouldn't have tipped after that drink.
I tipped because he was like,
if
I
I'm
tipped
buying
him.
a man a drink, that bartender is not getting a tip from me. I'm sorry.
Only people that I really got to see was Sebastian. Me and Sebastian actually had like a heart to heart because we were talking and whatever. Because in one of the vlogs I saw he was at one stop. He had to go backstage because it was like the most emotional stop that he's been to. And then he was trying to say, oh, how dare I feel tired and all of this stuff and not feel like performing when other people are out here struggling with mental issues. And I went up to him and I was like, and I took my nail that I still had and I touched him and I was like, never invalidate your own feelings. Your feelings are the most powerful thing that you have. And if you try to keep invalidating them, it's not going to get anywhere. You're allowed to feel tired. You're allowed to feel your feelings. Your feelings are real and valid, and you should not be invalidating them because everyone goes through everything. And
That's so sweet.
and I wrote him and Sebastian. I mean, I wrote Oliver and Sebastian a letter and whatever, and I give that to the marketing people to give to them.
And when you went back to give him the bracelet, remember, you guys said anything?
No, I just gave him the bracelet. I was like, hey, I forgot to give you the bracelet. And then he was like, okay. And then I put it on him. His hand is big as fuck. Damn. That hand is big. You know what they say.
What did they say, Josh?
I thought it was, well, I thought it was the feet, not the hand.
You guys, Jenna, how did you feel about the after party?
I liked it a lot.
Your
It was
first NSP concert.
yeah, this is my first one, so I have nothing to compare it to. But from hearing about like past after parties from people, I don't know. I actually really liked it. I thought it was a little like I was waiting a little bit for I think the other people to come out. Like I couldn't really see that many, and I did notice kind of like when people trying to just take a lot of photos with the artists and they just kind of wanted to dance. I remember one moment, I think Sebastian was on one side of the bar or something. Oh, he just came out and all these people were trying to take a photo of him and he was like, okay, stop. I'm heading to the bar. So he walks to the bar and you see like a line of people just follow him.
About how getting in was and all of that.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like getting in could have been a little bit better. The team was very organized. They were very organized this tour, unlike making the lines and whatever. But personally, I feel like it could have been like a little bit more like not interactive, but it could have gone a little bit faster.
Last year was more faster. Like
It was.
yeah, it was more
Exactly.
fast last year.
Like you get in, you take your photos, you go. You get in, you take your photos.
Mhm.
They did last tour. This year they were like, okay, let's line up, go to the members, hug all of them, stand still, look at the camera, and then go. It's just like, you know what I mean?
The staff does not know how to take photos.
They don't.
Like we
Literally.
still use one phone and like every eye is different. I'm like, why is there so much people? You don't know who you're looking at. It should be one person taking the photo.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think the timing was? Like, do you think they started at a good time compared to
That's
previous
the
ones?
thing. Because they didn't wait for all of us to turn around.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy was on the mic like, turn around, turn around, turn around. I'm like, no, Sammy, I'm gonna hug Johnny because I'm not disrespectful.
Mhm.
So I went to hug Johnny by accidentally scratched and told him sorry. And then I turned around and then I didn't even know where to look. So I was just like, da 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 da. And then I was like, I found the camera. I don't even think I found the camera, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I just looked for it.
I
Because I
definitely was
didn't know where to look.
overstimulated, yeah.
I didn't even know where to look.
At least Oliver comforted you, Abby.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He did.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely had a better experience, I will say.
Talk
All
about
of
it.
my
Talk about it.
interactions
I did
have
too.
been better.
Talk about it, Abby.
Okay, truthfully. Okay, while we were getting here, we had a plan. It was me, all of them, and plus Nat. I was all right, y'all. Like, who wants to stand next to who, whatever. But I'm down for the vibe. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just stand next to Oliver because I'm right there. So we go in. I hug Oliver, and I stay there. He said, oh, you're sorry, staying with me? I was like, yeah. I was like, well, I want to stay with you. And I said, okay, whatever. And he put his hand around me, and we obviously posed for the photo. We was closed up. We was cheesed up like, sir. Then in the after party, we was mind our business. And I don't know where you guys were. I think you guys were still with Tyler. So I was just, like, I didn't want to just be nothing. So I was just walking around. I went near a barricade a little bit. Okay, hey, how y'all doing, Oliver? How y'all doing, Darren? How you doing, Kane? And then I walked a little bit in. So that's when Johnny was passing by. So, I wait my turn. I don't push through. I let it go naturally. He goes in. He goes, hey, beautiful. I goes, stop. So I'm joking. I'm like, yo, I need to buy you a drink. I'm not thinking I'm buying this man a drink. I'm joking with him. Like,
why would you say that though?
because why would I? Like, who, like, for real. He said, yo, honestly, I'm not drinking tonight, but you could buy me a juice, which to me was childish as fuck. But whatever. Like, thinking back on it now, why just juice? Like, take a shot. Like, just, like what are
Did Batty shot o'clock with him?
Like, you see what I'm saying? So he was like, but right now I'm going to talk to other fans and I'll be right back. Girl, we were in the whole after party. I'm looking for him like he was a long lost cause. It was given very much Romeo and Juliet looking for Romeo.
Never come back. You know that. Killian did that shit.
Girl,
I'm gonna be right back.
that was so funny. We walk outside, sad as fuck. We're trudging. I'm like, well, whatever. Like, I did. It was a funny moment. We minding our business. Jaleesa's like, that's Johnny. I go, turn back. I said, no, chill. She like, yo, Jaleesa is pushing me, y'all. Pushing me towards Johnny. She said, well, I'm going to go. So if someone going to say, I'm going to go, then, like, bitch, you all right, I'm going to go too. No. She talks to Johnny for a little bit. She has a little moment. Then Johnny looks at me. He goes, I go. I was like, girl, I was looking for you. He said, girl, I'm so sorry. I know, like, I'm like, you're so beautiful. Like, I'm just so sorry. Gave me a hug. He was like, yeah, like, you really got to follow me. Like, you real pretty. Da-da! Da-da! And then we took our photo, and it was a cute photo. And those are my bad experience. Last tour, like I said, y'all, did not have a lot of talking with them because I was overstimulated with people already crowding them. I just don't like to push through trying to talk to some. It's just not worth it to me in my eyes. So this year, I do feel like it was better because all of the times I did talk to the people, it didn't feel like I was pushed. I mean, Jaleesa pushed me, but that's not what I'm trying to say. Like, I didn't feel like I had
sorry
to push
for
through.
forcing you to talk to them.
Like, I didn't feel like I
sorry.
had to push through like
What do you
30
mean by
people.
random people?
Yeah, like I didn't feel like I had to push by 30 kids.
Yeah.
Versus just like Jaleesa, like, yo, girl, just go. Like, go. That's a different push than how I'm thinking of how we did last tour. So, yeah, girl.
Did you follow him?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did.
He was so interactive.
He really was.
The fans.
I thought he was more interactive at some points.
Yeah.
No, yes, he really was.
They're too flirty though. Too flirty.
Yeah, no. While I was standing, I was hearing everyone saying like, "Oh, Darren said this, Alva said this," and I was like, "That's cute." I don't know. No, but it's like, yeah, they're really flirty. But I feel like that's like, I mean, that's how they treat their fans. Like,
Exactly,
in like a healthy way.
They say the same thing to everybody.
Like, you're not really special for real. No dig, but people ain't special.
Yeah.
What was really funny was what Ty said to me before he signed my chest, because I did Natalie's picture and whatever, and then after, I was like, "Hey, super weird ask, but can you sign my chest?" And he was like, "Well, this is what he was like, yeah, but now you know why I got kicked out of college." And I was like,
Wait, Ty, wait.
Wait, what?
Hold on. What he mean by that? What does he mean by that?
Oh, I didn't ask questions. I was just like,
no, you're funny.
For your kissing booth. Gosh.
Kissing booth.
Yes.
I guess he showed instead of talked.
The kissing booth was actually amazing. So, like, there were two people already in the kissing booth thing, and I don't know why Sammy called out my name first, but I'm actually glad he did. I just didn't get it on video. So, like, me and Kane were talking and whatever, and he was just sitting there. He was like, I was like, oh my God, he's so pretty. What do I do? And then I was just like, we were talking and whatever, and I was like, hey, how are you doing? You look amazing. You're doing amazing. Well, you look like you're doing amazing, and I hope you're doing amazing. Don't
assume.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I can't wait for you to see my sign during the concert. And I was like, tell me about tour. How's it been? And then he was like, there's something on the bus. And I was like, and then he was like, oh, the boys are sick. And I was like,
okay, T.
I'm telling T for real.
I was just like, what? Do you guys know what it was? And he was like, no, we don't know yet. But he was like, oh, the boys are fine now. And I was like, the doctors don't know. Again.
Oh, clock.
I'm seeing a pattern. But it's okay. They do it. They're fine now. It's okay. That's all in the past. And the kissing booth was amazing. In the video, he was actually playing games on me because I was sitting there. I was like, wait a minute. His arm around my neck. And when I look back, this man was going.
Yeah.
I was just like, and then he actually put his arm around my neck, and then I held on to him. And actually amazing. And I still gotta get my photo from you.
Yes, you do. I will tip it out. Oh my God, I felt so bad. I'm so sorry.
Tell me why. I'm in line, right? I see something. I'm like, okay, I see stuff. And I'm like, what is over there? So my eyes go, tell me why I see Johnny. And he's standing there. He's going like, and I'm like,
Uh-oh. You did not tell us this yesterday.
Wait, what?
Oh, he was standing there, and then I looked at him, and he was like, and I was like, thank you. I didn't even know. I think he was either saying that he liked my smile, which I'm missing 2 teeth, so okay.
Oh gosh, don't, Josh, please don't say this. Josh, please. Can you just like there's so many
But and then I was just like giving him a little head nod, like thank you, thank you, thank you. And I didn't even know what he was talking about, but I was just like, thank you, because he's actually giving me attention. He's giving me what I want.
But if they did tour bus again for the same price as last year, it would have been more fun. There's like too many different opinions about the VIP. Like the people who are in front of us online said it was like really good. And I saw like in the video, they were all like sitting down in a circle eating Popeyes. Okay. Eating Popeyes and just like talking. So I think that's cool. But other people were like, oh, like they didn't really have a good interaction with people. With them.
One of them was like Burger King, I heard.
Yeah.
I really need to watch that again. Watch it.
Would you guys ever do the ultimate?
I would. That's what I plan on doing next tour.
Really?
Oh, really?
You would do the 500? Yeah.
I can't. Money is. I don't have disposable income for $500.
I would like to.
I would like to,
but I don't. I would also hate if I did it and then a bunch of other people did it, and then you don't really even get the chance to have that interaction.
Do it for
I think I'm iffy.
either. Or I go to SZA, and I was like, I choose NSB.
Why the silence?
I know. I was gonna say the silence after that.
Choose SZA for real.
So you choose NSB over SZA?
Just because I want to be a reoccurring fan. That way.
Okay.
I mean, I get that.
Because
loyal fan.
They do pay attention to people who come to their concerts more often, and they pay more attention to
them.
So if they recognize you, they will pay more attention.
They definitely recognize that old man. That old ass old man.
Oh my God.
With all the
I thought
photos.
he was a photographer for the thing at first.
Heck no.
You know who he remind me of?
Who?
Carl Lagerfeld is.
Oh my God, yes. You're funny as fuck for that. Yes, he does give that. He does.
And I know his best thing.
Yeah, it probably do.
He's
I think he was in the tour bus last year, right?
Yeah, he was in the tour bus.
He probably paid for it this year.
He was in the tour bus?
Yes, he was in the tour bus. He went to the tour bus. We saw him online.
Yeah.
Also, like, why he has multiple photos of them in his bag. And I'm like, you chasing after these young men. I'm like, well, what's wrong with you?
Then I would also hate for me, like, let's say it was just me and you, Jolisa. I would hate to have to be in the photo with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was next to all of us as well.
Like, oh my God, I would scream. Like, what the fuck? Like, get away from me! Like that's what.
Because you said Tyler gave him like a stank look.
Yes, he did. He gave her. Yo, seeing it in real life was so funny because I was like spacing out a little bit while we were waiting, and you could just see Ty. He really is expressive. He was giving him the meanest stank face ever. Like,
yo,
you know, not to put in the video.
Girl, oh my goodness, that was so funny.
When we were about to leaving, one thing I noticed when all of us were saying goodbye to everyone, there was like an older couple that one. I don't know if they're like the parents of someone or if they're also big fans. And he went up and he was like, "Thank you so much for coming. I know like this music is a different generation from you guys. I appreciate you guys supporting us."
Why Oliver say
No,
right? He didn't.
You old bastard.
Because what if they really fuck with his shit though? That's the
thing. And he was just like, "I'm glad you guys came and thanks for supporting." And I was like, "That's sweet."
Oliver promised me a photo, and he didn't give me a photo.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't gonna give you that.
Should I text him?
Slide into DMs.
What's the little website called they do? The little website. Text him on that little thing.
Sario.
Yeah.
Stario, and it's like $5 or $6 for like I think one message.
That's an expensive message.
I'll put everything
I
down
would
one
hate
message.
if they did like a high.
They milking us.
I
I
mean,
Like,
know.
well, not me. What
not
was that
me.
girl said?
Not me,
Some
bro.
girl in live was like, "You're poor because you keep paying for NSB."
I only the cane, and that was it. And he still hasn't responded.
But like, ooh,
Okay.
see, it's a scam. That is a scam.
It's like all the fans send like questions and whatever, and on their end, all they see is one question, and they answer the thing, and it sends it out to everyone.
Oh,
That is
whoa.
a scam, Bookie.
Damn.
That's AI generated scam. That Chat GBT ass shit.
Yesterday, bro.
To make them
That's
like
why I just would rather slide into her DMs and pray.
But I hope they improve next year.
always space for improvement, but this was amazing. I will say it was amazing.
I just
They're only gonna get bigger, I feel like, to be honest.
But they
Right.
get free drinks. They get kissing booth
Exactly.
money. They get meet and greet money. They
I
get
was gonna
ultimate
say,
VIP money. They get concert money. Stario money.
wait, are you almost 21, Josh?
Absolutely.
No, he's not far removed.
Far removed from that, bro.
Oh, because I
He's
was
a
gonna say
far
one.
removed cousin.
Yeah, I was just
He's like
curious.
16. He's about to
Yeah,
turn.
I turned 17 this summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Favorite performance.
Personally, well, I really wait, like a song.
Yeah, that they performed.
I'll say that I really like Stardom and Thirsty.
Yeah, it was so hype.
I was gonna say that too when they were like stomping.
Yeah.
And
No,
I felt
something.
that through my feet.
I was like, I would stomp, but my feet hurt.
They could still make music and shit, but like if they keep reducing the fan service, then it's to a point where, yeah, just keep the. If you don't want a parasocial relationship with the fans, you just got to keep it online. How I feel, like that's do your TikTok
What about like
lives or whatever.
little
But
meet and greets that they used to do for like Comic Con? I don't know.
Comic Con is crazy.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of it.
I feel like sometimes YouTube does like die down in a couple like years.
Yeah.
I know they want to evolve. I like their music. I think their touring is good, but they just have to like reconstruct like the fan service part.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they do that. I can't explain.
I also think that they're really good, but for me also, I'm kind of like, is Oliver the only one like really writing the music and singing? I mean, I saw Sabat like I wonder if all I know from based on like the YouTube channels, I know he loves the group and everything. But do you think he would ever want to be like, oh, I want to work on my own stuff, or I'm gonna do like this solo song? Because I feel like he really has been, kind of. With Sebastian sings some, we saw his Ty too, but
But sometimes I feel like some of them are more passionate about music than
exactly. Like I feel like Oliver's really passionate about it.
Right.
and I could see him go solo, but it's like you can't be NSB. Oliver can't do that fan service by himself.
He's gonna be North Star Boy, no S.
Yeah.
They have going right now, like with the Seb's vlog and all that. I really love that.
That song is so good.
Yes, they're absolutely amazing. So I think I really like the vlogs. So I think I like the YouTube, but I also love the concert, as you can tell by hearing my voice right now. And by the way, my ankles was feeling last night. I really like the concert and everything. So I really hope that they keep that mix of like YouTube, but YouTube and music. But I
do
feel like
too.
they should keep like give each member a solo song and have that each member that has the solo song make their own lyrics.
But do you think that they want to?
I don't know. Personally, no.
Like I feel like there's certain members that are just really passionate about it, and other members who are there to have fun.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks for coming. I
Like and
really enjoyed
subscribe.
this.
No, I'm kidding.
Yes, like and subscribe. Our socials will be in the below.
In the
Shout
app.
out to our bitch Tamia. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We love her. Love
I'm
her.
going to tag all the members on like the
Sierra.
prize fashion.
They did Sierra dirty though by putting her in the back of the line. She
They
asked
did. They
y'all
did.
5 times to give her a wristband, and y'all didn't give her a wristband.
Thank you.
Other people who we were in line with, shout out to y'all.
Right.